Hey, what's up, folks? This is Body Rocking Combos. Got my little whiskey here. I want to make this last video real quick, man. I made one earlier, but it messed up on me, or I didn't like it. It was the sound was all messed up. It was in my car. It's about your boy De La Hoya talking about he wants to come and fight, or that he wants to return, but he wants to fight Golovkin. And man, honestly, I thought the vato was snorting coke, not smoking crack, cause that's pretty outrageous. Yeah, there's no way, man. And Golovkin, Mr. Nice Guy, I mean, he said it about as polite as he can. He said he'd end up killing him, not in those words, but pretty much said it ended up being a death. And I don't know about all that literally, but damn near. I mean, De La Hoya's old. He's like, what, 46? And, I mean, Golovkin's no spring chicken, but, I mean, he's been out for a long time. And to come back to 160 and fight Golovkin, nah, it looked worse than when the executioner did him in, you know? Yeah, I'm not that's not a good idea, Oscar. You need to chill out on that. I doubt he would actually make that fight. I mean, if he came back at 154, I'd be, why not? Start off with somebody like that Puerto Rican cat, the one that just lost his belt, that Rosario, or Jermel also said he'd run in there with him. He'd give him a shot. That'd be an interesting fight. Um, you know, Jermel doesn't impress me much, but I mean, if people think, I don't know, I guess, I mean, to say he's better than Jamal doesn't really say too much, but it's all right. I mean, if you monitor his Gatorade intake, who knows what he was taking to beat Harrison. But anyway, yeah, that'd be a good fight right there if he came back. I know Oscar was doing talking about fighting Chino Maidana. That'd be a tough one too, but Chino's been out for a while. He's been out of shape for a long time, and he's looking weird, losing the weight. Been kind of keeping up with him a little bit, or at least whatever comes up. And I think that one would sell, Definitely, I mean, the Golovkin fight would sell, but at 160, he's a big guy, man, compared to Oscar De La Hoya, man. He'd put him in high heels again, bro. Yeah, not a good idea. I tell you what, though, I mean, what make a lot of money would be Oscar and Canelo. The Zone was actually talking about that one. That's why Canelo was sick and tired of their stupid fights they wanted to make. You know, people like Ego, Dante, and all those guys. Dante likes to say that I don't know where he gets it from, that Canelo didn't want to fight any tough competition. And then for some reason he mentions Charlo. Like, seriously, that's not tough competition for Canelo. Like, Jamal Charlo is easy work for Canelo, bro. Like, anybody can see that, unless you're just Dante and colorblind, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, Canelo versus Oscar would make huge amounts of money, right? But Canelo doesn't want to fight that old man because that's a circus show, right? And the circus shows right now, you got Floyd Mayweather doing the circus show. So they want to do circus shows, holla at them, or they can rematch. Why not? Call it an exhibition, whatever you want to do. Um, yeah, yeah. The zone said that they want to see him fight like two MMA fighters, or Oscar if he returns. And then he was trying to fight like Plant, Saunders, guys with belts, at 168. This was his plan, just like you seen when he came out. You know, I don't know. Supposedly he never sent David Benavidez a offer, or that was never a plan. I don't know what the situation was with David is, but I mean, you know, I guess he didn't want to fight. Canelo doesn't want to fight. Didn't want to fight David. I mean, I guess he technically doesn't have to now, but that's an easy fight for him too. But I mean, in our reality, nobody from 154 to, I'm not gonna push it, but to 168 right now, competing is pretty much a cherry pick for Canelo, man. I mean, in all honesty, you can't give me one name that I would give that Canelo wouldn't be favored. And you could say Jamal, you could say Andre, but Canelo would still be the favorite of those fights. And if you don't see it, you're just dumb. Because, I mean, those guys have nothing. I mean, I'm not going to say that about Andre, man. I really respect Andre, man. I really want to see the Andre versus Jamal fight at 160. But Jamal doesn't want to. He doesn't want that fight, man. He's not going to risk his zero in a big Canelo payday for what they offer him, like $7 million. The zone offered Jamal, who ain't never seen that money, $7 million to fight Demetrius Boo Boo Andre, and turned it down. And I think he turned down the $12 million that Canelo sent because his team knows they're not ready. You know? They know they're not ready. They ain't going to be ready. He still got a long way to go, man. I mean, when Canelo was fighting the top dogs in the division at 154, Austin Trout, man, Cintron, he was fighting, he was fighting like, I mean, top guys, you know. Austin Trout was the number one guy, I mean, other than Floyd. And Floyd told Canelo to fight him whenever, in order for him to fight Canelo has to fight. If he really wants to fight Floyd, he'd have to fight and get through past your boy Austin Trout. And he did that. You know, he went and he fought him and he won. First one to drop him. But, you know, I don't know why Canelo's not doing that to these guys who are sitting there begging for a fight, skipping out on each other, avoiding different fighters just because, avoiding the fights they should be fighting just to try to hold on to that little ticket, you know. I'm pretty sure Jamal could get his ass done, handed to him by Andre, and Canelo would still fight him. I don't think that matter much. I mean, he won't have a belt unless he moved up, and that'd be good, right? Because I think Andre's talking about fighting Billy Joe Saunders, man. I'd like to see that fight, man, at 168, since Saunders ruined it last time. But, and then he goes up, fights at 168. If he loses, he can go back down just to be the 160 champion. Jamal, like nothing ever happened. But who knows? I mean, that's a 50-50 fight, man, on the Jamal and Andre. I just really think Andre has more, a little bit more talent. You know, he would outbox him. But honestly, I think if Jamal caught him clean, man, he'd light him up and shut him down. Because I mean, you see Vanes Martirosyan, he dropped Boo Boo Andre. So I mean, It wouldn't be. I don't think he'd be hard. Probably hard to hit to land clean. Yeah, you know what? Actually, I see him get hit clean a few times. He's just kind of weird. You know, moving his the way he moves his arms, he's real wide and I don't know. I don't think he's as tough as a fight as everybody tries to make him out to be. But I mean, he's cool, man. I like Andre. I'm not it's the Andrade. I like Andrade, man. He's a cool cat, man. And you know, man, I like to say that like, you know, they all talk bad, right? I mean, he did that video calling Canelo and you know, or he didn't call him that, he called him a bitch. That's what it was. And you know, use a bitch is a bitch, and then you hear the two little Chihuahua brothers, the Charlo brothers, they barking over there, cinnamon, come on, cinnamon, you know what I mean, or whatever they talking about. But like, you know, I tell you, homeboy passed it up or whatever, turned down that deal. But man, it's easy. It's easy to talk, to bump your lips, man. It's easy, and you don't hear Canelo when they ask him about those guys. He has nothing but good things to say, you know. And then you ask them, they just start talking, you know, start talking shit, you know. Uh, for what, you know? For what's all that about, man? I um, I don't know, man. That's classless, but you know that I was saying, number one doesn't call out number two, so let them boys just be easy work. Anyway, I got off the subject, but still, I like that one anyway. Um, hit the like button, subscribe, um, comment, share, all that good stuff. Just something to chop it up about, something to think about when it comes up. Maybe we can jump on it later. Um, when I get my little editing system set up, I can probably make some comparisons of, you know, what a fight would actually look like if, you know, Golovkin and De La Hoya fought, or De La Hoya versus any of these guys. You know, some kind of highlight reel or something. I don't compare styles to someone that they fought before or something. That'd be fun to do. Um, yeah, I think that's it. All right. Good night, folks. Holla at you later.